out because you look like a kid. You look like that kid from the movie Rudy. So grow your hair out. Facial hair. Yeah. So I grew out the L-shaped. I grew out the big pork chop sideburns like Elvis. And I looked in the mirror one day and said, I bet I could shave those into L's. And that's where the L's were born. And but anyway, we get to the Las Vegas to wrestle Halloween Havoc. And
wow.
And they pull up in a limo. And this is back again. The business was hot. So the lobby is full of wrestling fans waiting to see the guys when they check in. And
a lot of rats.
Yeah, well, the guy that driving the limousine, he goes, you want me to pull you around to the back? And I said, I guess. I mean, you know better than I do. This is all new to me, right?
Right.
So he pulls me around to the back of the MGM Grand. They have people meet me out there. They take me in through the loading docks, down this long hallway behind the kitchen. They open up this big oak door that opened into this plush, like kayfabe office with all these people working in there behind computers to check me in. And they said, this is the Elvis entrance. And I went, oh, man, I have arrived, right? And the most nervous I've ever been in my life was at Halloween Havoc, that opening match, man, on my very first pay-per-view. So that was another big moment. And then a big moment for me was winning the tag team titles in Australia with Chavo. And then finally, I would say another big one that I'll never forget, because it meant so much personally, and I also knew how hard he'd worked, was Hugh, Bill DeMott, when they put finally put the United States title on him. And it was legitimate. It was a legitimate show of emotion and support when that locker room just organically emptied out and everybody came out on the stage and kind of gave him a standing ovation on that show that night when he won that title. They were legitimately showing that kind of support. That wasn't something that was just written. They said, we think this makes good TV. That was a lot of people who respected him a great deal and loved him and thought that he finally got what he deserved. Kind of came out and showed his support. And you could feel the emotion in that moment. Yeah.
Dude, that's the greatest, like, most selfless answer like I could hear. I love hearing that shit. You know, like,
well, you find out really quick, man, we're all family in this thing, man. And
yeah,
when we try to make one another better in the wrestling business, the whole business, man, comes up. You know, this business is not built on the back of egos.
Or jealousy, you know.
Yeah. But you know, for better or for worse, I would say even guys like it. I'm not trying to speak to something personally that I don't know about personally, but you even take some of your legendary feuds of people like a Bret Hart and a Shawn Michaels. They don't have the matches they had without some underlying respect underneath all that, right? Because there's so much
professional respect. Yeah.
Yes, 100%, man. And I think that's when the most beautiful aspects of the wrestling business comes out. And if somebody doesn't have that deep inside of them, then I think they very quickly get pushed out of the wrestling business. If you ever wonder why somebody disappears quickly, oftentimes it's just because people didn't want to work with them.
Yeah, but not everybody can be a, Gino Hernandez, mafia tire or whatever. If you like that video, be sure to subscribe and check out more killer content from your homies at Juice Pro Wrestling.